So, I went to JB Hifi to do a product review, service review, all that kind of stuff. The outside was clean, the inside was clean. It was well stocked. I might have said that it was almost overstocked. There was a cluttered feel to the place. As far as signage goes, I would definitely say, which I think is the case in most JB Hi-Fis, too many signs. There's too many signs, you just don't end up reading any of them, and they're just everywhere. The big thing for me in any store is service, and I've got to say on this particular occasion, on this day, the service was pretty poor. So I walked in and I was greeted. Someone said hello to me as soon as I walked in, which was great. But they were in the middle of doing something, and then I thought I'll walk around, look a bit lost, and see how long it takes someone to come up and serve me, ask me if I need any help. I walked around for 20 minutes and still nobody came up and asked me if I needed help. A few people rushed past and said hello, but nobody actually said, can I help you? So that was pretty poor. So I ended up going to a particular person asking for some help, and I asked where the JBL flip speakers are, and he just turned around and pointed, and there was a pause, and I thought, well, is that it? He did, to be fair though, he did walk over with me, and I asked him if he could price match against a competitor. He said, how much are they charging? I told him. He said, yep, we can do that. And I said, now I've already got two of these. This is the third one. Can I connect it to the other two? Which I knew the answer, but I was just seeing whether he knew his product. And he just said, I don't know. And then again, there was a pause, and I thought, well, I said to him, there's no point me buying a third one unless I know I can connect to the other two. So then he got his phone out and checked, and he said, yes, it can. So eventually got there, but I had to drag it out of him. So then I went to another person and I asked about camera backpacks, and she took me over to where they were. They only had one, but at least she took me over there and pointed it out, and you know, I looked through it, and that was fine. And then I wanted to, then I went to a group of 3 people, 3 staff standing around talking, waited maybe 20 seconds for one of them to acknowledge that I was there, and said, can I help you? And I said, I'm after, yeah, can someone help me? And one of the guys came over and I asked him if they had USB microphones. And he said, yep, and he took me over, and even though I knew exactly which one I was getting, I said, or I asked, do you know much about these? He said, I've never used one, which isn't really what I asked, but anyway. So I said, oh, and he just said, they're popular, and he pointed to 2 types, which is fine, but I thought he would have known the products, although to be fair, there's a lot of products in there. But then I said, these are all black, particular type, the blue ice mic, and I thought they came in a couple of colours, certainly like a chrome colour, which is what I initially wanted. And I asked him, I said, you know, I think they come in silver as well. Do you have any of those? And he just said, what we've got on the shelf is what we've got. And that was pretty much it. What I would have expected for him to say, oh look, it looks like we've only got the black ones here, but let me check our other stores, or let me check online for you. But there was none of that. It was, that's it, go ahead. And I just don't consider that to be good service. And like I said, service is the #1 thing for me, irrespective of price. If I get good service in a shop, I will go back. Anyway, so I got the microphone, I've got the speaker, I bought a DVD, I went up to pay, 1 person in front of me. Service is really quick at the counter. The girl was very pleasant, very helpful, offered me a bag for my products, texted or SMS'd a receipt to me, so that was all fine. But overall, I'd say having to wait 20 minutes before anyone, well, no one did come up and ask me if I needed help. And then the kind of lack of service that I got for the actual products, I wasn't really impressed at all. The store, very kind of claustrophobic, confusing with all the signs, so I think it just needs to be streamlined, made simpler, less signs. Yeah, they might have had specials and things, but I couldn't even tell you where they were because it just seemed to be everywhere, the yellow signs with the red writing. But on another day it might have all been different, I don't know. But certainly on that day I wasn't that impressed with the service. The products themselves, the blue Ice USB mic, which I think looks pretty cool, even though it is in black, and the Flip 4 Bluetooth speaker, which I already have two, so I just wanted a third one to connect, and the DVD, I actually don't know where it is at the moment, so, but that's about it. That's my review of these things.